Hey there, welcome to Tech with Yarthi. Today we are back again with another interesting and informative video. In this video, we are going to talk about evolution of programming languages, translators, and more. Hope you will enjoy this video. Let's get started. We all knew about, or at least keep hearing about, one common term regularly, that is high level programming language. We will see now why the term high level was given to most of the modern programming languages. A program is nothing but a set of instructions, and those instructions are in human readable format. And the CPU runs the program and we get the output. But hold a second, CPU does not understand our language. It understands only the binary language, that is ones and zeros. So there should be someone who is converting our language into machine language. Based on the readability of the programming languages are classified into three types: high level programming languages, low level programming languages, and very low level programming languages. High level programming languages are the one which are human readable and are very easy to learn and very easy to code. Java, Python, Ruby, etc. are the examples for high level programming languages. Low level programming languages are basically developed for doing simple mathematical tasks, and the syntax is very hard to remember. The syntax is called as mnemonics, which are close to the machine code. Very low level programming language is the machine readable language, which is the binary language. When programming languages were first evolved, they are mostly low level programming languages and they were not capable of do the complex tasks. Then, in order to overcome this drawback, the high level programming languages came in. High level programming languages are very easy to learn, and they are like English like words, and everyone can easily understand the commands and syntax. So human readable programming languages were called as high level programming languages, and machine readable programming languages were called as low level programming language. So now we understand why the term high level is given to the modern programming languages. So in order to convert these high level programming languages into machine readable code, we need a translator. Translators are the programs which convert high level programming language commands into a set of machine readable instructions, and usually translators work in two ways. One of them is to convert the whole source code into a machine code at once. These are called as compilers. The other one is which converts the source code into a machine code line by line and also executes the code. These are called as interpreters. We also have other type of translator called as assembler. Now let's try to learn and understand the flow of different translators. Assembler simply translates the low-level assembly language code into machine code, which can be run to generate the output. Here the low-level programming language is the assembly language, and the assembler converts this assembly language into a machine code. Now let's see how a compiler works. The compiler translates the high-level code and it creates a new executable object, and that needed to be run to generate the output. This process is called as compilation. During compilation, if any errors are there, the executable code is not generated, and we have to fix the errors and then again try to recompile, and then we get the executable code, and this code can be run to generate the output. So compilation is the process of syntax error checking of a high level programming language. Also, the compiler converts the whole source code at once into a executable code. Now look at into interpreter. An interpreter also translates the high level source code into a intermediate code, But the difference is an interpreter converts the source code into intermediate code line by line instead of converting the whole source code at once. If the interpreter faces any error, then it stops the execution. Then we need to fix the error in the source code and then again send to the run the source code. So both compilation and execution take place together in the interpreter, and it happens line by line. The code is converted into intermediate code, which is nearer to the low level language. Now we have understood how different translators work. Now let us compare the pros and cons of each type of translator. As we can see, a compiler translates the whole code into a single executable object, and that object can be run on the platform, and this conversion process takes place at once. Whereas the interpreter translates the source code into a low level language or the machine code line by line, and also executes the translated code simultaneously. Whereas the assembler translates the assembly language into the machine code. In case of compiler, we don't need the source code to be used to run the program to get the output. As we have the executable code or the new object, we just use the object to run the program, and the source code is more secure when compared to the interpreted language. Whereas in case of interpreter, the actual source code is always required to run the program, and the source code is more insecure when compared to the compiler. Assembler consists of mnemonics, which are kind of direct machine-like instructions, and they are very difficult to understand and remember. Compiler throws all the errors which are identified in the source code at once to the user, and it's very difficult for the user to fix all the errors or identify each error and fix it, and it's very difficult to debug as well. Whereas the interpreter, as it is executing the code line by line, if the interpreter gets an error at one line, it stops the execution and it throws the error, and we can fix that particular error and then again run the code. Whereas in case of assembler, there is very less chance of getting errors, since the commands are already optimized for machines which are easily understandable for the machine. A compiler requires more space in the memory because it creates every time an executable object, and compilation is a slow process, but the compiled code runs faster. Java, RPGLE, etc. are the compilers. Interpreter requires very less memory in the space, since there is no extra object creation involved, and since the compilation and execution takes place simultaneously, the interpreter operation is little slower when compared with the compiler. Python, JavaScript, Ruby, etc. are the interpreters. Assembler becomes more lengthy when it comes to do complex tasks, and the examples for assemblers are GIS and GNU. After watching this, you should get an obvious question in your mind saying, when a compiler and an interpreter are doing the same task in the end, why the two are existing? The answer for that question is, all programming languages were not developed for performing the same tasks. Also, the areas of application for a programming language differ for each programming language. Now we will look into this in detail. Now let us look at the pros and cons of a compiled programming language and an interpreted programming language. As we have seen earlier, compiled programming languages tend to be faster in execution and more efficient when compared with the interpreted languages. But with the development of just-in-time compilation in the interpreter, the above mentioned gap is reducing. Also, compiled programming languages take more time even for small application changes, because the compilation itself takes more time, and the compiled programming languages are platform dependent, whereas the interpreted Languages are executed mostly by the browsers, command line interfaces, and other command line tools, and they are also platform independent. They support dynamic typing, and also the component based structure with small size of code makes the interpreted languages more easier to read and maintain. This is the reason why most of the modern programming languages are interpreted. Hope you enjoyed this video and this video was informative for you. If you like this video, please share and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.